So right now, I'm at the fucking scrapyard, bringing in some cars. You can see where they're fucking giant, fucking pile of scrap. Some people waiting for me behind me in line, and sadly I have to wear a fucking hard hat and some goggles that look pretty whacking. Well, these are my goggles I use for writing and stuff and work, but not the hard hat, so kind of makes a weird combo there. I'll show you guys the big scrapyard we're going to. Right now I'm getting ready to take this car in. It's a piece of shit car. I had to take the radiator and the rims and all that shit, but I'm done. I'm still in the need of having to fucking clean a bunch of radiators before I take off. It's just kind of boring, so I decided to do a little video here. It's been a long time, actually a really long time, since we got any cool metal. You can see I'm gonna resort to not so cool old school metal, I guess. That's like a 72 Ford with a newer grill that they got to get parts for, you know, the project here, which is looking pretty good. Let me show you guys. He actually already put in the exhaust and half the driveline, I guess. And this is I guess some old school wannabe muscle piece of shit. I'm sorry Chevrolet, but it's true. It's a 78 Nova inline 6. Just what muscle cars became, I guess. So that's the only thing new around here, I guess. Other than that, everything's the same old. For now, I guess. Can't wait until we get another badass car so I can show you guys, but we have it. So, and it's pretty damn windy later. Is it recording?
Yeah.
What I'm doing here is I'm getting rid of this roll cage because we're gonna go in for the bigger roll cage over there. It's just that these bolts were really rusty and we just wanted to grind them off instead of trying to unbolt them. But we're almost there. Thank you. So what I'm doing right now is, well, I changed out this radiator on this Bronco. You can see it right here. It's the original. Because the fan shroud was broken. And we had that like heavy duty, like 250 work truck out there. It had this all aluminum radiator, which looks pretty good condition. And it had an intact fan shroud. And this truck actually had the wrong one from, I don't know what fucking car that was being held on by some tie wire. So I changed out the radiator, you know, and just bolted on, and then with this nice fan shroud, so I won't be fucking around anymore. I don't know if I remember, I told you guys that this thing would just stay on 4 low, and we couldn't get out of 4 low. And I mean, the previous owner, he sold it to my boss for real cheap, you know, like $400, because he couldn't disengage it, I guess, or whatever. Turns out that it wasn't really like the transfer case or the little engine, little motor that actually puts it into 4-wheel drive. It was a computer. Our buddy that did the job, he said that there was like a resistor or transistor, something like that, burnt out in the computer. So he actually cut it out and then he soldered in another one, which is pretty nice, I guess. Right now, I'm gonna put in some all-terrain BF Goodrich, you know, I don't know if they're... So before I ran out of battery, I was telling you about how I was changing out the tires, and already finished the radiator. Looks pretty good. No leaks, no nothing. And I started working on the tires here. Those are the old tires. They're 31s. They're VF radial, long trail, whatever. And these are VF all-terrain, 32 by 11.5. So they're pretty nice. They're actually almost brand new. You can still see the little nipples here, the little plastics. Fucking badass tires. Brand new thread. You know, they came off other Bronco, so they're pretty good tires. I need to do some work here on this rear window. We weren't being able to open up the tailgate. Turns out that it's because the window, the little motor, you can hear it running, but it just clanks and it doesn't bring the window down. So it stays, when it's up, you can't bring the tailgate down. So we're going to work on that. If it was my truck, I would just take the damn thing off, but it's my boss's and he likes things to work, I guess. That tire carrier, we might not run that. We're gonna run the tire carrier on this other one, and we might actually run the tailgate on this other one as well, because this other one has exterior tire carrier, and he wants as much space as possible for gear and stuff like that inside the truck. So we might run this other one. We might have to drill some holes, or I don't know how it really works, so I gotta analyze that for a while. And because the other tailgate, you can see the other tailgate is fucked up, like right there, has been hit, and this one's looks pretty solid, I think. Yeah, looks pretty solid, I guess. He might also want to run that aluminum wing or whatever the fuck that is. I don't know. Again, I wouldn't do it, but it's not my truck. But who knows? We're still working on that. Pretty much after we put those 32s on and he comes back, we're gonna go out and to Red Sands, test it out in the dunes, see how it runs. Tires aren't just like about inch difference in height, but it has way more aggressive thread on these. I think 32 saw he's gonna run. We're gonna put a spool in the rear, maybe, or a locker, depending on who wants to do. And that's pretty much all we're gonna run on this. Just wants it as a little sand toy, which is alright. I've heard these little Broncos perform pretty good. I gotta change out the seats too. Who knows what seats? And I gotta take off this headliner bullshit. I'd probably do that right now too. So it'll be just paint and none of that fucking upholstery crap. Still, it's got a little bit of work to be done to it, but it's not that far. It runs really fucking smooth, and it's got a K&N performance filter which needs to be cleaned. Other than that, it's pretty nice. It's got the 5.0. I mean, it's a Ford, you know, but it's still pretty good. I'm somewhere in Fort Bliss military base. I'm doing a job here, taking in cars from a wrecked yard to this place where they practice fire drills and shit like that. It's pretty cool. So right now what I have to do is I have to set up the cars so they look like they were in a wreck. You can see here where that's where they practice that shit's burning. And those buildings back there, those white ones, they're like all burnt inside. And there's like a burnt helicopter over there, I don't know if you can see it, and a burnt tank. A bunch of burnt shit that they practice, you know. Look over there, that white building, it's all burnt inside, and in the side it says fire museum of some bullshit. So it's pretty exciting, I guess. It's pretty fun to do this, like, you know, out of the ordinary little job here. It's only 10 cars, but it's pretty fun. They have some train carts over there and everything. It's pretty cool. So what I'm doing now, I have to set these down, and then we like put two together in each corner, and then we're gonna make them seem like they wrecked. We're gonna flip them upside down and shit like that. So like military people can come up here. The military guys will come up here and then I guess practice saving people and shit like that. So I gotta drop the car now. It's easy to operate a flatbed. Just a little tricks you gotta learn, but it's just pretty easy. I mean, these are just wrecked cars. You don't really have to watch what we're doing here. They're just pieces of shit anyway. I wonder what they do with those fucking train things. Some sort of military training. Told you so. Yep. Shit wrecked pretty easy. I never really see anybody drive my truck. It looks pretty cool. You know, since I'm always in it, I don't know how it looks when it's riding. But, well, there goes the fucking gear. The truck takes a while to get used to, the clutch. This looks pretty crazy. What is he doing? I don't know. Let's turn that. Well, this is why one's gonna stay like that? Huh? This is gonna stay like that? Alright. So you heard him, we're gonna turn that fucking red car up fucking side down. Which is alright. I wonder if it's illegal for me to record here. I don't think so. I mean, it's just fucking... I was doing some wrecking shit. That was just from the rim. That was pretty powerful. It even amazed me. Damn. For some reason my black truck's used as the one to fucking crash into him. I wanna miss the crash. I don't wanna miss it. I'm gonna go over here. I guess this is a little bit out of the ordinary of the fucking type of videos I do, so I don't know. Everybody likes shit getting fucking flipped over. Man, that's like clear like 8 feet. So if I ever want to fuck some fucking people's cars up when they're fucking with them in the street, there's no doubt I could do it. From the rear. Only. No pun intended. So I'm pretty sure one of these fucking pieces of shit's getting flipped.